I hope you're not getting tired of rhubarb yet, and I know you may be because I am coming out with so many rhubarb recipes. The farm patch is just bursting and I love it. I hope you're not too tired of it yet because I have one last delicious rhubarb crumb bar recipe. It is so quick to put together and it really is so delicious. And I know I say that with every rhubarb recipe, but I really do think they are all that good. I love rhubarb. This is a quick and simple way to use it, and it is superb. To start, you're just gonna make a really quick and simple rhubarb jam. I know in the past I've made some jams that I can. This one is a lot quicker and it just is really the filling to this bar. Just chop some rhubarb kind of finely because this one you do want to make sure is in good bite-sized little pieces. Put it into a large 3-quart kettle, add a little bit of water, and then some sugar, and then finish with a vanilla bean. I love using a vanilla bean in certain recipes. It is the best vanilla flavor and the most true and pure vanilla flavor you can get. Cut the bean in half, scrape out the seeds, add the seeds to the pot, and then just throw in the bean, because it still has a lot of flavor in it. Place this on the stove over medium-high heat, bring it to a simmer, and then stir it occasionally until it starts to break down. You don't want this to break down completely and just become a smooth puree. You still want to be able to get the texture of the rhubarb. Once it's at the right consistency, you can just take it off the burner and let it cool as you prepare the crumb mixture. Before you prepare the crumbs, just make sure to have your pan ready. Just have an 8x8 pan ready, and I just love to line them with an aluminum foil or parchment paper sling. You can just fold the foil to fit in the bottom of the pan and then just have it overhang the sides. This is the easiest and cleanest way to make bars, and that way when you cut them, you get those beautiful clean cuts, and you don't have to worry about trying to get one out of the pan and breaking the first one, although that is the one I always eat, but this way you can have a beautiful one to eat too. Once you have your pan lined with the foil, just grease it generously with a good baking spray. In a large bowl, just combine your flour, oatmeal, brown sugar, a little bit of baking soda, and some cinnamon. Just stir that together, and really I think the best way is to use the natural hands that we were given because these are the best tools in the kitchen. I just stir it together, make sure it's all incorporated, and then add my softened butter. It's best to have room temperature butter. Cold butter just does not work the best with this because you really want to work it in. It's not like if you're making a pie dough or anything. Add the butter and then just mix it in with your hand until you get a nice, even, consistent crumb. As you can see, this is why it works best with room temperature butter. It is so easy to push together with your fingers. Place some of the crumb mixture in the bottom of the pan and then just lightly press it down. This is just gonna ensure that you get a good bottom crust, and it's really gonna bake up and hold that jam mixture so well. Once you have it pressed in there, you can just spoon over all that wonderful jam you just made. That jam was so simple to make, and it really is the perfect filling for these bars. Just smooth it over, and you have made now a homemade jam and a homemade bar. What could be better than that? To finish it off, just put the rest of the crumb mixture on top. Now, when I do this, I like to put on some of the crumbs as they are, but then also I like to take a big handful of them, squeeze it tightly in my hand to make some larger crumbs, and just break them over the top. That way when you eat these bars, you get some delicious larger pieces of that crumb mixture and some smaller pieces. It really is delicious, and it's almost like a streusel topping. Place it into your preheated oven and bake it for about 30 minutes, and you are gonna have amazing bars. Now, I do have to admit, you need to let these cool for at least 2 hours in the pan before you cut them, and I think it's best really to do it about 4 hours. That way they cut a lot better, and they are just so much more delicious to enjoy. Once they're cut, if you need to, you can dust the top with powdered sugar, but they are delicious on their own, and they are one of my favorite bars. They go together so quickly, and I know anyone that has them is gonna think that you spent hours in the kitchen, but as you can see, it really took no time. If you also love this recipe, make sure to click like below. And if you want to see more great rhubarb and many other recipes, I promise we have other recipes, make sure to subscribe to the Gray Boxwood channel. We would love to have you become part of the family. Can't wait to hear from you in the comments. Thanks for watching.